hunting season is just a couple weeks away. You know what that means. Everybody's breaking their bows out because they haven't shot in a couple weeks, or a couple months at that. And they're talking about, which broadheads am I going to use this year? You know, and then you see the comments, well, this shoots left really high for me, or this one shoots right, or high or low. You know, you see all these things. But everybody across the board doesn't also see those same things. And one thing you can do is bare shaft tune your bow. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be using my Mathews Lift. It has limb shift technology, so it's quite easy to do. But a couple things about your arrow is you see I have electrical tape wrapped around mine right here, along with the wrap and the Nock I'm going to be using, which is a Halo Micro. I have this thing matched to exactly how my arrow weighs with fletchings on it, which is the most important part about this. You want it to be matched to the same specs as your arrow, same point weight, everything. And also, you want to be super consistent, as super consistent as you can be, which is my problem. But I'm going to start at 20 yards and maybe work my way out to 30. The farther you go, the crazier it can get. Just little flinches can just throw this thing so off. But I'm going to start at 20, so come on, let's do it. Okay guys, here I am at 20 yards. And one thing I forgot to mention is you want to sight your bow in exactly, or you want to bare shaft tune your bow in exactly how it's going to be when you hunt. So I'm not going to put my limb legs on when I hunt, so I'm just going to stick that in the quiver. And also stabilizers. If you add an ounce, take an ounce away, change the pitch of this, anything like that will throw it off a little bit too. So you want to make sure when you do this, this is how you're going to have it set up for your hunting rig. So here's 20 yards. I'm going to shoot the bare shaft down there, see what happens. All right, there's my bare shaft. Now I'm gonna send a fletched one down there. And the goal of this is to make the fletched arrow and the bare shaft arrow hit in the same place. So let's shoot this fletched one and see what we got. A little bit windy. Okay, got quite a bit of difference. So let's go down there. Ooh, I gotta put my limb legs back on. Okay guys, here we are at the bare shaft. As you can see, our fletched arrow obviously corrected itself in flight, and the bare shaft is way knock right and even a little knock high. So I think I could have made a bad shot on this. I'm gonna go do it one more time and see if I get the same results, and I'll probably shoot 2 fletched arrows also just to confirm, and then we'll make an adjustment from there. Okay. Alright guys, as you can see, knock right again and knock high. I held off a little right of this because this knock was right in my way of the dot. I'm trying to get the camera like that. And but anyways, I can still see it went in straight right here, and this is way off. So let's make an adjustment on that and then shoot it again. Alright guys, so now I'm going to make an adjustment on my limb shift here. And when you go to make this adjustment, there's a screw, a cap screw right here that's covering up your adjuster. So I'm gonna get my handy dandy Allen wrenches out here, find the right size. I think it's this middle one, it is, which is the 532. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's got an L and an R for movement. So the way I remember it is, if I have a knock right, which I do, move it to the right. And a little bit goes a long ways. For that, as you've seen, I'm probably gonna go, I don't know, let's go a quarter of a turn and see what we get. So I'm gonna look at it and do my best to go what I think is a quarter of a turn. And I'm gonna do that on both sides, try to keep it as even as I can. So let's try this one. Quarter turn. I'll try again at 20 here, and hopefully get a little better results. All right, bare shaft at 20. Oh wow, that actually looks like it hit where I was aiming. A lot better, a lot better. Just a little knock high still. So let's send the old fletched one down there. Try to make this a really good shot because this should hit really close to the bear shaft. But that's up to me to make. Alright, looks pretty consistent. Go down there and take a look-ski and see if we need to make an adjustment, which I'm sure we do, because it never goes on the first try. Okay guys, y'all seen off that first adjustment, or that first results, how bad knock right it was, right? That only quarter of a turn, we're still knock right, but that quarter of a turn made that big of a difference. So when you're doing this with a Mathews Slim Shift, don't just go cranking on turns on that thing. It's very fine. So as you can see, it also changes your impact every shot, so keep that in mind. So we're still a little knock right. I think that's going to be about 1/8 of a turn, and still a bit knock high. I know it's kind of probably hard to tell. It probably is. It's hard. I'm trying to get the right angle here. There you go. You can kind of see. I try to watch and see the parallelness here along here. So let's make an adjustment for both of those and see what we get. All right, guys. So as y'all seen in that last little group, we're gonna have to move. We still knock right, and we're a little knock high. So we're gonna make our adjustment for our limb shift, move it right, and I'm gonna go like 1/8 of a turn on this one. I don't think we're much off. And then on our rest adjustment, we're knock high, so we're gonna chase the arrow. So if you're knock low, move it low. If you're knock high, move it high. So just chase your arrow. Left and right, we don't move our rest off of our center shot unless you have to, but with most bows, they have some sort of adjustment on the cams or the limbs now. So, okay, that one is not that size. I think it's this size maybe. And it is, which is a 9/64. Bear shaft first, as always. Get this guy off. Make sure I'm at my 20 yards here. Try to stay as consistent as possible. Oh, hit a little high. But I did move the rest, so it makes sense. Let's shoot our fletched arrow. Okay guys, as you can see, the 1/8 of a turn didn't do much. We're still a little knock right, but that's okay. I'll do another 1/8 of a turn, which will make a 1/2 a turn since we started. And that could have been me too, but if not, we'll make an adjustment. We're still just a smidge knock high. So let's go make that adjustment, go try it again. All right, so I think that could have been me on that last one. So I'm gonna shoot it one more time without making an adjustment because I don't want to be chasing myself all over the place. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just to double verify, because I don't like going backwards. All right. Feel like that was a good shot. I don't know. I guess if it was, we're going to have the same results. So let's go see. All right, guys. As you can see, it was the same. Let's make an adjustment. All right, so let's make an adjustment again. We'll do the rest first. It was still a bit high. So that means I'll move it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try 6. Make it snug. Get that 532. Up to the right, about 1/8 inch on both sides. And try again. Get back to our 20. All right, be the one, baby. All right, guys, as you can see, our left and right actually looks pretty dang parallel. I'm gonna shoot it again to make sure. And even right here, we're looking pretty parallel. Maybe a smidge knock high. So let's shoot it one more time and confirm. All right, so as you can see, it's really parallel, left and right. But I moved it a little bit too much. I'm actually just a slight bit knock low, maybe 2 clicks. So I'm gonna move that and try again. Okay, so I made adjustment on the rest for that low knock. Just 2 clicks. So let's see what it does. Should be really, really, really close here to being spot on. Considering how consistent that is. Two flesh ones look like they're really close, so don't know why the bear shaft's up there. Let's go see. All right, as you can see, this thing is way high now. And the 2 bear shafts hit nearly together. This guy was just a little right. I think that bear shaft, the wind was blowing a little bit. I'm not saying that was the case. And it probably was a little bit of me, so I'm gonna redo that one, but I think we're good. All right, guys. Well, I forgot to hit the record on that last group, but I think we're good to go. A little bit knock high. I'll probably try and get that out later, but the side to side is perfect. So I'm happy with this. A little knock trap will never hurt nobody. All right, so now we got the Black Flag Hemorrhage fixed blade, and same thing, 50 yards. We're gonna see how it hits. So let's do it. Oh, I think that was a pass through. That was indeed a pass through. Okay, let's try that again. The field point. This is the hemorrhage right here. This is my field point. Didn't hit where I was aiming, but like I said, my pin covers up the whole thing. I could have been holding there. It's consistent, so I'm happy with it.